For every swing, every moment, the Milwaukee Brewers fight. It's not just about hitting the ball, it's about leaving a legacy.
What is up, Brew Crew? Welcome back to Brewers Fan Central. If you're like me, you're not satisfied with just making the playoffs. You want to see a parade in Milwaukee. The hot stove is heating up, and we need to have a serious conversation about the one thing holding this roster back. Before we break down the data, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell if you want the fastest, deepest Brewers analysis on YouTube. You're already home. Let's get into it. Let's keep it real for a second. The 2025 season was incredible. Finishing with the most wins in baseball proves our system works. But when I look at the projected roster for 2026, I have one major concern keeping me up at night. Our infield is locked down. Contreras, Duran, Ortiz, we are set there, but look at the outfield. We have an elite defensive trio. I love Sal Frelick's hustle. Jackson Chourio is a generational talent, and Isaac Collins was a great surprise. But let's look at the cold, hard stats. That trio combined for just 42 home runs last year. Half of those came from Chourio alone. In modern baseball, you cannot win a World Series relying solely on singles and speed. We are starving for slugging. We need someone who can change the score with one swing. And that is exactly where the Boston Red Sox might have the answer to our prayers. I've been crunching the numbers, and one name stands out as the perfect tactical and financial fit: Jaren Duran. Why him? Forget batting average for a minute. Look at the damage he does. In 2024, Duran racked up 83 extra base hits. Even with a slight regression in 2025, his power numbers dwarf what we are currently getting from Frelick or Collins. He fits our identity perfectly: elite speed, top 10 in BSR for 3 straight years, and a cannon for an arm. But here is the context that matters. Boston has a logjam in the outfield. They have Ceddanne Rafaela, Gold Glover Villa Abreu, and top prospect Roman Anthony ready to take over. Duran has become their most valuable trade chip, and what looks like a surplus for them could be the missing piece for GM Matt Arnold. The tactical fit. Tactically, this move is a checkmate. Some fans worry about messing with our defensive chemistry, but Duran is actually an upgrade in center field. StatCast rates him higher in center than in the corners. This allows us to move Chourio to a corner spot where he can focus on his hitting and creates a lethal rotation. Imagine a lineup where we don't have to force Sal Frelick to bat against lefties, a situation where he really struggled to generate power in 2025. With Duran, you add a lefty bat with pop, who maintains our speed identity, but adds that slugging element we desperately lacked in the postseason. Now let's talk price. You don't get a 6.8 FFWAR player for free. What does Boston need? Pitching, specifically bullpen help. The proposed package making the rounds involves us sending Aaron Ashby, Robert Gasser, and Nick Mears to the Red Sox. I know I can hear you screaming at the screen. Giving up pitching depth is scary. I like Gasser. He's proven he's MLB ready, and Ashby's ceiling is sky high. But think like a GM for a second. The Ashby contract, his salary is getting high for a non-closer reliever in Milwaukee. Trading him for Duran is essentially salary neutral. It's a smart financial swap where we trade a luxury for a necessity. Pitching depth. The Brewers are a pitching factory. We have the depth to absorb losing Mears and Ashby, and frankly, as good as Gasser is, he might not even have a guaranteed spot in the 2026 rotation. We are trading from an area of surplus, pitching depth, to fix a critical weakness, outfield power. Is it risky? Yes, but flags fly forever and fortune favors the bold. Here is my bottom line. We aren't getting Kyle Tucker or Juan Soto. That's not how Milwaukee operates. Our championship window is open right now while Chourio is cheap and Contreras is in his prime. Jaren Duran takes this offense from pesky to dangerous. If we have to sacrifice some arms to get 3 years of control over an all-star outfielder, I make that deal 7 days a week. But I want to hear from you, the true experts of the Brew Crew. Here is the question of the day. Is giving up Robert Gasser and Aaron Ashby too high of a price for Jaren Duran? Or is this the exact kind of all-in move the front office needs to make? I really want to see your debates in the comments below. Let me know if I'm crazy or if I'm right. Don't forget, if you want coverage that goes deeper than the headlines and speaks your language, subscribe and turn on notifications. We're going to be all over every move this offseason. Until next time, go Brewers.